presented by Memphis Shades, the clear choice for custom windshields and fairings for your motorcycle. And Wild Ass Seats, stay in the saddle longer and in total comfort no matter your butt or budget.
What are we talking about tonight?
Well, we're going to I shouldn't say we're going to we let our FDB Discord members roast us.
Oh, yeah, we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
I have not looked at those.
Oh, Tony?
So I would imagine I was
Tony.
a hot topic. And all I can say is up front, fuck you, and fuck you, and eat a bag of dicks.
Honestly, some
we
of
go.
them were like downright compliments, though.
Well,
What?
no
Yeah.
one really. You know what? Brittany did not get roasted. Brittany got a lot of "we feel bad for you."
I did.
She feels sorry for these old bastards that she has to be on a podcast with. Brittany didn't really get roasted, so
God
I
damn.
mean, probably because we give her enough shit already.
I think we're a bunch of jovial motherfuckers.
Yeah, so there's some good ones. So do we want to go right into the roasting, or do we want to talk about that charity bike first?
Well, there's not much news
news on that
unveil. Just that Blockhead put out a pretty stellar video to talk about the whole project, and of course they broke that engine down to the last bolt. So this will be the second to last podcast of the year for Five Dirty Bikers. So next week it will be the final show of 2022, and if you guys haven't noticed yet, we are without a Dave.
We are
that?
without a Dave.
Dave's in La Prairie. Oui.
Is he in La Prairie?
He is, yeah. Yep. I think they is that where they invented the what's that, flatbread? I don't know. What did they invent there? Cigarettes?
The croissant?
Croissant. That's what it was.
The croissant?
Oh,
Wee. I bet he is doing a little wee.
He's probably eating a lot of cheese and drinking wine.
That's hard on the bowels.
That is hard on the bowels.
I bet you the plumbing over there is anything but stellar.
It's old. I can tell you that. That plumbing's old. Real old. Hundreds of years old.
It can't be that old.
Dude, that city of Paris is, 500 years older than our country?
Well, I know, but they didn't have running water
At least.
200 years ago, did they?
That's a lot of shit.
Back then, they used to just throw it out in the street because they shit in a bucket.
That's a real thing.
Yep.
And people wonder why there was sickness. Walking down the street and get fucking nailed with a turd right in the head.
I got the brown lug pop.
I got the poo on me.
That's not okay.
No, it's not. I got the poo.
Well, I say we go ahead and see what our listeners came up with.
All right, let's see.
So any of you that
I'm
don't
nervous.
know, well, Dustin said it before, but for any of you out there in podcast land that don't know, you should join our Discord because it's
Fucking free.
Fucking free.
free, right? So we put it out on our Discord that we wanted our listeners and the people in our Discord to have a chance to give back, to be immortalized in FDB history for, talking some smack to us, considering all the bullshit that we spew from week to week. So that's what we did. We asked them, say, in the Comedy Central style roast, why don't you give us your best shot? Some of them are good. Some of them are just plain shit. I'll have
Are
to.
we allowed to retort?
Well, I think the idea is to really
Sure.
give these people their shine, to let them just roast us, and while we just take it. I don't take anything lightly, so these motherfuckers after tonight are going to go down, straight down. I'm going for the jugular on every one of them. No, I'm
Jesus.
just kidding.
All right, let's take turns reading these. That way, it keeps it fresh with each reading.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not
All
reading
right.
that shit.
You can't read. Is that the problem, Tony?
That's
Sometimes
it.
it's hard. I'll read the first one.
Okay.
All right. The first one we got was from Squanch.
Squanch.
And he says, I truly do enjoy the podcasts. I find the content to be very informative and entertaining. I am amazed at how the team has created a show that can not only cure insomnia, but also erectile dysfunction.
Wow. You're welcome.
For some reason, it hasn't done that for me.
Okay, congratulations. And I'm curious to know how we cured his lack of wood.
I would like to know that too.
I actually don't want to know.
FTV,
I mean,
you're
the
just
last few
saving
episodes
marriages.
talked a lot about penis, so I'm wondering if he's trying to tell us something special.
Well,
Ooh.
We had the great Dickisode. There's nothing wrong with
the
that.
Dickisode.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't too bad.
No, that
No,
was
see,
fine.
it was complimentary.
Yeah, that was complimentary. And
Who was reading the next one?
yeah, why don't you go ahead and read that, Ryan?
Okay, so we
I'm
got
not reading shit.
the Mad Yankee. He says, I'm a newcomer to this podcast. Yeah. And this Discord. But I must say I'm enjoying the hell out of this group. They encapsulate one of my favorite features about the older generations. Namely, they love to brag about how much their parents beat them as children, while simultaneously demonstrating why that doesn't accomplish anything. I do feel bad for Brittany sometimes, but I'm starting to think that she's kind of quiet. Not because she's intimidated by the guys, but because she feels sorry for them. Dun, dun, dun.
Well,
Brittany says nothing. Look, I read this statement about her feeling sorry. She's got nothing to say. Literally nothing to say.
I laughed when I read this one.
I have
this
things
one
to
was
say, but I'm
hilarious.
gonna keep my mouth shut for the Mad Yankee.
All right, here's one from our friend Mark, known as Moto.Mortician.
Moto Mortician.
I am in the Patreon tier of people who want shit. I would like to file a complaint because I ain't got shit.
We apologize.
We're going to blame that on Dave since he's not here.
Yeah, that's Dave's fault.
It's all Dave's fault.
And he got six
Percy.
laughing emojis.
What else we got?
Go ahead, Brittany. Why don't you read
All
that
right,
Bolts
all right.
comment?
Bolt
The
says,
Bolts.
Boy, that guy Kid Moto sure is tall.
Yeah, that's a hell of a roast right
Hell
there,
of a
Bolts.
roast. I feel like he could have thrown so much more out at us, but he
You know,
just didn't.
he's one of our oldest, if not our oldest listener. I was thought he would have something a little bit better pitched up. For
Well,
that,
as
but-
far
He
as
does have
like
one teed up later on. We'll
being
Yeah.
one of the original listeners, the oldest would be Percy.
The oldest listeners person. This one by Das Uber Stinker, probably one of the better ones, to be honest. So Das Uber Stinker, he goes
Deadwood Green.
True.
So he does a good job. He goes back into history, pulls from the annals of history.
The annals of history.
The anal- you picked up on that, did you? He pulls from the annals of history. He pulls from all old podcasts that we've been talking about in the past, where we gave each other nicknames. So he starts out with good old Dildo Baggins.
Dildo Baggins.
For those of you that don't know, that nickname was aptly named from myself to Tony on the episode with who did we have on that time?
That was Star Bobber.
Star Bobber. Yep, that's who it was.
Dildo Baggins. Look at the memory on Dustin.
Yeah, we got
Hey, when you edit these motherfuckers, you pick up on things.
You remember shit.
Oh, I bet you do.
we got Osama bin Laden. Which one of you fuckers said that about me? That might have been you, Tony.
That would have been me.
Yeah, there you go.
You're
Osama
welcome.
bin Laden. We got Salty McSport Clyde.
That's a good one.
That's Dustin. I'm almost positive.
That is without a doubt, Dustin. Yes.
Yeah.
This one
Salty
is also very
fucker.
good. Peggy, my boyfriend, which also is a good one by for Brittany. And last and not least, we have Creepy Miss McCreeperson.
Yep.
Wait, you got to read the whole thing though.
And he says, let's not forget Creepy McCreeperson, who likes to stalk the pinup contest. He ends it, why would anyone want to hear what these degenerates have to say?
That still boggles me.
Yeah, we've said that on multiple occasions. Why?
Yeah.
Why do we have listeners?
I have no idea.
Good one.
No idea whatsoever. Osama bin Laden.
Well, we got revisited by Mr. Squanch.
Squanch.
He says, Kid Moto, please sit down. I am sitting down. No, serious, sit down. You tall cocksucker. I added that last part in.
Put that last part in. You call tall cocksucker.
The deep freeze Bob retards. Preach it, brother.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that goes
That
back
was
to
for
Mark.
the.
Yeah,
That's
he's in
for
response to
Motomortician.
Mark's I didn't get shit stuff.
Yeah, they need shit.
Yep.
Tony got a
We got
brown back
another
bass.
one.
You can send them.
Let me go. Give me 5 minutes.
We got another one from Squanch. that
Squanch
says-
is very active.
He was. He says, Kid Moto, bring back the Halloween 2021 costume. It's okay. In this day and age, you're welcome to be public about your kinks.
Well,
It just Kimoto was just back in 22,
yeah, I mean, it's only been a few weeks. Is Squanch behind
and
the
it
podcast?
was more than we needed.
It was
No,
more
he's
than I
saying
needed.
for this year, bring it back. And you did.
Yeah. Oh, I did bring
did.
it back. Yep. I
Kimoto
brought
made
Kim-
a triumphant return.
Yeah.
She had a few more miles on her than she had in 21.
She made a triumphant return through Tony's triple glory hole.
Oh,
Where is that? It's still up here somewhere.
Queef Moto 22.
Oh, I think that was me too. Yeah.
Hatter says more dicks per minute than any other podcast.
Well, you know,
He's not wrong. I think he's right about that.
he might be.
Somebody liked it
might
with an
be.
eggplant emoji. Only one eggplant? Guys, come on.
Come on, you can do better than that.
It was a really big eggplant, though.
No, it really wasn't.
Oh, God. Indy Steve says,
Who?
Indy Steve. The first time I watched a YouTube video of the podcast, I was seriously waiting to see when a guy in an orange jumpsuit was going to show up and get his head cut off by Kid Moto 22. Looked like a terrorist propaganda video at best. Tall guy with long gray beard and a skull cap sitting in front of a dark gray wall. Scary shit.
Well, he ain't wrong.
He's not.
He's not wrong.
I don't.
Luckily, we know Ryan. If we didn't, it might be a little more suspect.
I don't know. I think he may try to pull the jihad on me in my sleep.
That was a good one.
We got another one from Squanch. Somehow I'm ending up with all of
God
this.
damn Squanch.
He says, how many random selections have you been a victim of at the airport, Ryan?
Well, I wouldn't call him random. He kind of welcomes them.
Yeah, I'll actually answer this one honestly from Squanch. After the full-on beard effect, it's like Tony said, it's really not random anymore. It's pretty much every time I go to the airport, I get patted down, either coming or going.
Ryan takes his own
ones.
tube of KY.
And
I
you're
do.
being serious about this. They really do.
They do, yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I actually I don't go through the line anymore with my wife and kids because the first time I did, it was actually fairly traumatizing for my girls. So I go separately than they do because I get pulled out of line. I would say most of the time I go through the airport, at least one way I get pulled out of line. Occasionally I will literally get pulled out of the line and taken to a separate area.
That is
That's
some
happened.
bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. That
that's
should not
happened-
be
that-
happening.
Yeah, that's happened 3 times that I've actually been taken out of the line and brought to a separate room. So
Holy
it's
Are
fairly,
shit.
are you
It's
an
fairly
employees
regular.
of TSA on like a first name basis now?
Yeah, you might as well sign up for the TSA pre-check with all that bullshit you have to deal with.
yeah, we've actually considered that because it's pretty. I mean, for the most part, they've been respectful. I one time I was legit scared, but in TSA's defense, it was my mom that bought me a plane ticket. So it was a plane ticket charged to somebody else's credit card. And it was a one-way ticket bought out of the middle of America with a single guy looking like me traveling alone. So that
That's
was
still
legitimate.
some major stereotyping, though.
And that one they actually pulled me. I didn't even make it to security. They pulled me from, I was like 5 or 6 people back, and the guy looked over and saw me, pulled me out of line, and they brought me to a separate room, and it was the full on shoes off, socks off, belt off, sweatshirt off. Yeah, that one was for
Holy
real.
cow.
Empty out my pockets, open my bag, dump my shit out on the floor.
Wow.
It was the whole 9 on that one.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of people in the world that have beards like yours. That's
Yeah, well, apparently
But not the asshole,
not.
not the asshole attitude.
I guess not.
Yep.
I mean, I got one over there in the corner, the one I made for Halloween.
So now we
I
have
don't even want to know what you made that out of. But, all right,
Made out of yarn.
moving
I-
on.
I
How do you-
told
how do
you
you
it was the
pronounce
used
this,
mop
guys?
from the Spank show.
It was
The Jizz Palace.
no glue required. Self-sticking.
Self-sticking.
No, oh God, that's horrible.
That was
I
hard.
think it's
Core.
I think it's Dev RC Racer.
Oh, look at that. Look at you. Dev
I'm pretty sure
RC
that he
Racer.
told us how to say this at one other
May-
time.
maybe
I
he
forget when
did.
it was though.
I'm going to start bringing an RC car to these events to fetch beers
That's a good idea.
so I don't have to leave my seat.
That is
like
a
I'll
great
get a little
idea.
monster truck with a bed in the back. And
That's
just
what
send
you
a
have
note.
kids for. You bring your kids.
Yeah, we got one.
Yeah.
I'll bring it.
Then Dev RC Racer says, "I've never heard some straight men talk about dicks so much. Almost makes you question things about them."
Well, Dev, eat a dick.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
just gonna-
you
yeah.
it's like you ever see those. You ever see that with like little boys? They get to be that certain age, like where they discover their dick, and then all of a sudden they just go through that phase where they just walk around and they're like, "Oh, look, I forgot I had this." It's like the long lost toy they forgot they ever had.
Yeah, it's like the kid runs in the room, points, and goes, "Wiener." Check this out.
Look what I can do!
Look what I can do.
Hey, did you know if I wiggle my ass, it hits both of the side of my legs?
I think we're just comfortable with our sexuality.
Well, I'm comfortable with mine.
And it's all over the place.
Oh boy. All right, Indy Steve. I think we have had him once through the ringer already,
Scuba
but
Steve.
he had another one the same day. I just read the community guidelines. I think this discussion is a trap to have us all removed for breaking the rules. Yeah, we're trying to trend down the Discord.
Yeah.
He figured it out.
All you guys that roasted us, nice seeing you, fuckers.
It was nice seeing you.
Gone.
Gone.
All right.
The next one from John Doe.
John
It's
Doe.
not, it's not
This is a
Squanch
long
this time,
one.
Brittany.
It's not Squanch. I got someone else. I'll read the next two because Ryan can't read the one
Hold on
afterwards.
before we go on. I got to give a shout out to John Doe, and the reason why is that John came to our meetup in Louisville in 2019 or 2020, I should say.
21.
21. Yeah, I'm sorry. 21. So he came to the meetup in 21, and he came to the meetup in 22. And then he has met with other people from our Discord and ridden around. And John also came to Hogs and Frogs. And John lives on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So he drove all the way to the middle of America twice to hang out with us. And John, he's a straight legit guy. love John. Just really fun to hang out with. Great guy to ride with. So had to give that shout out before we let John tear us new assholes.
Yeah,
You gotta watch out for his whiskey drinks. They're a bit strong.
No, we don't have to watch out for those. Sir Pegs-a-Lot has to watch out for
whiskey sour my ass. It's not much sour.
Yeah.
What, was he butt bonging the whiskey?
Oh, Hogs and Frogs. Jared had a really rough morning after one of
Oh
those nights.
man,
Should have took him to Waffle House.
was it a
No,
whiskey
I don't
hangover?
know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he had a hard morning.
he had a hard night, didn't he?
Actually,
Didn't
it
he?
wasn't a hard
few
morning.
times. Yeah, it wasn't a hard
It was a
morning at
rough
all.
morning because usually whiskey dicking curd.
I received clarification from him. He only threw up once, and it was from drinking too much water.
Oh yeah, it was.
Bullshit.
Water's terrible for you.
Yeah.
Was that water real dry?
It'll make you throw up every time, that water, boy. I'll tell you.
It's one of those, you know how you wake up and you're like, oh, I really need to drink some more water, and then you just down way too much after drinking.
Well, I've woken up with my head stuck to the pillow and
Oh,
really
that
didn't
is
know
disgusting.
which way to hold your head to keep it from hurting. And your mouth
Do you
was so
mean
dry.
stuck to the pillow because you threw up on yourself?
No, but your
Oh,
mouth was
okay.
so dry that you couldn't get it open. You needed a putty knife to pry it open.
That's bad.
to get
When
some
Brittany's
water in
face was
there.
stuck to the pillow, it wasn't vomit.
It wasn't vomit.
Oh, Ryan.
It was a
I
rough
think
night.
you crossed the line. I think that might
Did
have
I?
been the line.
Was that where the line was? Now I know.
Jesus.
Thanks.
Moving on.
It's good to know. I like to know where the line is.
No, but
You
for
can cross
serious,
it more.
Really,
That's
just
the
to let
thing.
you know, that's really far, Brittany.
Ryan plays fucking hopscotch.
I can
on that.
tolerate a decent amount of crap. Oh,
Wow.
For certain though, that night drinking at the Z bar was a lot of fun.
It was a great time. Great times were had by all.
I'm not going back to Uranus for a while.
I discovered I had COVID, and then it was not so great.
You got the vid when you were there?
Yeah, I have
Fucking
no idea.
super spreader is what you were.
I have no idea who I picked it up from, but yeah, somehow I woke up Sunday morning and I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm sick. Anyways, all right. So John Doe says, the 5 dirty bikers exposed. Percy, whose YouTube channel should be called The Worst Fucking Luck on a Motorcycle with Percy. Tony.
Solid.
That's solid.
This is a good one. I like this one a lot. Tony can't keep a motorcycle long enough to do its first oil change.
I'll take that.
Dustin, what can you really say about a guy who lets a fucking semi run over his motorcycle? That one I think maybe is a little too far. That one I was like,
I'm alive. It's fine.
we can. It's a roast.
It
It's
is
a
a
roast.
roast.
Some of them hit harder than others.
That's true. All right, mine's pretty good too. It says Brittany apparently has ridden further than the gas station, but never has any proof, which is a lie. Just saying.
Prove it.
And then
Is it a lie?
Ryan, Mr. Performance-looking beggar himself, enough said. But seriously, you guys are some of the best people I know, and I'm glad to call you my friends. So eat a bag of dicks, you merkin-wearing fuckers.
Well, grassy
That one I really like that roast. That was a good one.
That was a good one.
That's what
And-
we needed.
I'll read
Yep.
Voltz's too because Ryan can't read it. It's just not fair. He says, Mr. Performance Looking Bagger is now Performance I Can't Fucking Hear You Bagger.
And he's not
And
wrong.
he's not lying. God
True.
damn, that bike is loud.
Yeah, he's not lying at all. It's a lot. Yeah.
I don't
That
know
bike's
if we
got a
can
little
top
bit of a
that one. That
rumble
was
to
a
it.
good roast.
Little
Yeah.
hiccup and giddy up. Yep.
Got some hiccup in its giddy up.
Jay Sherman.
Actually, these are pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep. those ones were.
Jay Sherman says 107 is not a performance bagger with just a cam and tune. It's still a diner bagger wannabe.
All right.
Eat a dick, Jay Sherman.
hopefully that's my bike next year.
Oh snap! That's how far this itch has gone. You haven't even officially switched roles, right? And now you want to get a new motorcycle, or are you talking about the cam jest?
No, I'm talking about going stage 2
He's talking about
Okay,
stage 2. Everything changes at stage 2.
at the Deuce.
We have Das Uber Stinker.
Deadwood Green.
Correct. I'm still trying to wrap my head around a guy who rides a lowrider S and can't flat-foot it. Maybe you should have bought a Honda Monkey instead.
I can't flat foot that either.
Holy shit!
Could you flat foot the Grom?
No. The Grom's
you
got like
can't
a
flat-foot a
31-inch
Grom?
standover height.
Does it really?
Yeah, the Grom's that's taller than my bike.
Jeez.
No fucking way! I didn't know
Yep.
that.
I mean, you can lift him up over your head, but the seat's really fucking high.
The seat's up there.
Oh, that's a good one.
The Mad Yankee has returned to the roast.
He's yanking again.
Not sure if this constitutes a roast, but the title of this episode may be your last chance to make the 5 dirtiest dicks to ever come into Uranus joke.
Oh, Jesus.
I went to Uranus 4 times this year. I'm not going back anytime
Boy,
soon.
you were all over that little balloon knot.
He even spent a little time in the Uranus River.
He did.
He did.
Yep.
It was very refreshing.
I bet it was.
Dakota 918. The title 5 Dirty Bikers to be changed to 2 Dirty Bikers and 3 gas station commuters.
I want to know who the third commuter is.
Well, I don't know.
It's gotta be Dustin.
I'm assuming I got thrown into the bunch with the commuters.
You know, all you all can eat a dick. I enjoy riding to the gas station. Strange things are afoot at the Circle K.
You see what they're doing at gas stations these days?
That's the only place Tony can get
there.
That's the only place Tony can get one Yoo-hoo and he doesn't have to buy it in a 4-pack.
That's right. I can go get a Yoo-hoo. I can get an icy, whatever I want.
Dude, I would
Coke?
gladly ride my
Fried
happy
chicken?
ass to a Buc-ee's.
We got a Buc-ee's here in Kentucky. It's kind of a
in
journey.
Richmond. Well,
Yeah.
that's a day trip for you though, Tony.
Yep.
Don't
We got-
recommend going on the weekend. It's insane there.
No shit.
Yeah, Jared and I went on a Sunday. Like we just didn't plan it. We just were like, "Oh, we're in the area. Let's stop in." It was overwhelming. It was fucking packed. You couldn't even like walk from one end to the other end. That's how crazy packed it
It's
was.
crazy. Buc-ee's is a happening. It's a destination.
But
Now,
it's
do they-
like here in Kentucky, it definitely is. It's newer, so everyone's like, "Oh my god, Buc-ee's."
Buc-ee's.
Do they have 100 gas station pumps at the Buc-ee's there too?
I didn't count them, but there are a lot.
There's a shit ton.
It's ridiculous.
So we got Wally's in St. Louis. That's our Buc-ee's, but that's the only one I know of. I think Buc-ee's is still bigger though.
Buc-ee's has got those fucking beaver nuggets. Them motherfuckers are good, dude.
Beaver nuggets.
They're beaver nuggets.
When
Yeah.
Tony, do you know when they put the Buc-ee's in? It wasn't that long ago, but
No,
been
it's fairly
several
new
months.
because when we were coming back from Florida our last trip, I can't remember what was that spring break. It was only like a few weeks from opening, so it's
So
been
it's-
open less than a year. Yeah,
6
Is it
months
in
or
Louisville?
something?
no,
No,
it's
it's
in
in Richmond,
It's on the other
Kentucky.
side of Lexington.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's south of Lexington.
Yeah, down from Lexington.
I was gonna say it's not really on the other side.
Yeah.
That's-
It's
you
south.
people from the Kentucky don't know your directions.
Everything's yonder, over yonder.
It's true.
Over yonder.
That
The
you got to
next-
like find a landmark. You know where the Cracker Barrel is? Go 2 streets down and take a right. That's where you're going.
Yeah. Well, I had a lot of people, like, when I moved here, they'd say, "Oh, well, what neighborhood, like, where do you live in Lexington?" And I'm like, the north side of Lexington. And they looked very confused by that statement.
What
Pretty
is the
much
north
everyone.
side of Lexington?
You know what we used to do? We
I'm
used to
like-
measure like you know how all the time people they like try to hide behind how good they are, right? So this is what I would always do. I'd be like, hey, do you know where Widman's Candy is downtown? And it's a kind of a famous candy shop around this area. And they'd be like, no, I don't know where it's at. And I'd be like, oh, do you know where the porn shop is downtown? And they're like, oh, yeah, right across the street.
Going to take you to the candy shop.
Yeah. So
You can go get a dirty mag and then some saltwater taffy in the same trip.
You
Have
can
you
pull
guys
that
ever had-
taffy all day long.
Have you guys ever had chocolate covered potato chips?
Yes.
No, that actually sounds
I'm
pretty
not.
good.
Okay, yeah.
It's
So
delightful.
they make these. They call them chippers here. They make chocolate covered. But they make chocolate covered anything: jalapenos, pickles, potato chips, grasshoppers, whatever you want. They ship them all over the country.
Popcorn's good too.
So yeah, they do. That's what they do at the candy place. But no one knows where the candy place is. But everyone knows where the porn shop is.
Well, good
Jesus.
for them.
Go figure.
Fucking,
took-
that's because there's nothing to do up there except look at porn and make babies. You're stuck in the house for fucking 8 months of the year.
So
You're not wrong.
We went to the candy shop at the Pink Elephant Antique Mall that they have there, and they had the world's hottest gummy bear.
Did you eat it?
Did you try one?
I almost bought it. I should buy it. And
Why
do
didn't you eat one?
I should buy one and eat it on a live sometime.
You giant pussy. You should have ate those.
I'm not gonna eat that.
No, they want
stuff.
$20 for
Not
one
happening.
goddamn gummy bear.
Jesus
wow.
Christ!
Dude,
Did you
that
do
thing would
that
light you
chip
up like a
challenge
Christmas
thing
tree.
that's popular?
I almost bought one of those, but I'll be honest with you, that fucking thing scares me.
Dude,
Really?
Yeah.
I have a video of Kenny. He was at his welding shop and he was on his lunch break and he ate that chip.
Yeah.
And then his buddy took a video of him and he's laying behind his welding table on the ground, curled up in the fetal position because he has stomach cramps so bad he couldn't even stand up straight.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's,
terrifying.
He
What
said-
did they
he
put
said-
on it?
He said quite literally when he shit, and this is no exaggeration. He said it burned my asshole so bad. He said that if I could have stuck ice cubes up my ass to shit, I would have.
Wow.
that's where you just got to get in a cold shower, dude. That's the only thing you can do is put the
well, you
fire
had to
out.
go to work.
He was just sweating and he was like curled up on the ground. And I was like,
No,
how did
dude,
that feel?
that's
He's
the
like,
thing,
"Oh,
'cause
the worst thing ever.
I've eaten like that ghost pepper stuff, and it's not your mouth; it's your fucking esophagus and stomach
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
that burns and hurts that bad. You know that's more painful, I thought, than the burning in my mouth.
I tried to get Jared to buy one because he puts like not jalapenos. He's used ghost pepper stuff. What the fuck? What's that?
I'm not afraid of the
He puts
spice.
habanero
Habaneros.
sauce on everything.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
sure.
afraid of the spice, but that fucking one chip challenge scares me, man. It
There's
fucks
a-
people up.
Yeah, there's a place here in Grand Forks that has all kinds of wings, and there's a wing here that I think it's called their shark sauce or something, but they say it's
shark sauce.
not shark sauce, so shark sauce or something. I don't know. Anyway, they say it's 1,000 times hotter than a ghost pepper, and you have to sign a waiver because people have been hospitalized here.
Why would you
for-
eat
for
it if
eating
it
them.
does that to you?
I don't eat that shit, man. I don't even like
No.
the like the hot wings, that orange flavored colored sauce on shit. Fuck that. I don't
Orange flavored sauce.
buffalo, whatever, that buffalo sauce.
You don't
I
eat buffalo
I don't
wings?
eat
no,
spicy stuff.
I don't eat buffalo
so.
wings. Nope.
And I
not at
watched
all.
my 80-year-old grandmother eat
Jesus.
the hottest sauce on a wing at Buffalo Wild Wings about 5 years ago.
Nope.
Dude, I have eaten. I don't even want to guess how many fucking chicken wings I've eaten in my life. Buffalo wings. I mean, it's an absurd fucking number.
Yeah, shit, I just had some over the weekend too.
I don't eat buffalo sauce because I can't eat anything remotely spicy.
No, Ryan, if the Walkers are planning on coming down here again, we'll have to go eat at Tilly's. Again. They have
Yes,
some
for sure.
Spicy
good. They have
stuff?
some good wings. They have
Well,
hot
Brian
sauces.
doesn't eat the wings because it burns his vagina.
they have more than just hot sauce, though. You could get a tube steak if you want.
It's the vein dog that
Dude,
he's after.
if a bathroom ever needed a glory hole, it's that one.
Yeah, it wasn't Tilly's where we had the meat on the stick.
No, that was Fast Eddie's.
Oh, Fast Eddie's. That's right.
Yeah, we can go back there too if you want.
That was a good place too.
Yeah, it's a good place.
We have the Mad Yankee. He's up next, right?
Yes, he says, Ryan, I can still see my dick with my helmet on. Easy to do when your head is shoved that far up your ass.
Ooh. Mad Yankee. He's quickly earning my good graces.
Ryan, you're gonna have to read the next one. I'm gonna.
Wandering Gander. He says the only thing that's saltier than Minnesota roads in the winter is Dustin's attitude about the Lowrider ST.
Well, the man ain't lying.
Ooh.
Fuck that bike.
God.
No, the thing is, with what I've got to talk about here in a little while, I may be forced to have to ride one.
Oh,
Forced.
No. Oh, forced. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yep.
You know,
I will not enjoy it.
You'll probably love it. You'll ride it.
I will
and
not
you'll be
enjoy
like,
it.
God damn.
Clearly, on principle, I will not enjoy it.
You're going to get off of it and go, fuck, I'm going to have to buy this thing now.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
I sat on it and I said, I feel gross now.
Mm-hmm. I feel dirty.
All right. I think this might be one of the last roasts of the evening.
This is a good one.
And this is kind of a tag team with John Doe.
Roast beef.
Yep.
Pennsylvania Lee says the guy that wants to get kicked off the Five Dirty Bikers podcast because his bike got a little wet going to a ride.
Hey.
Now, I wanted some context on this, so I asked which one. He goes, Tony, under the tent of Bluegrass, Harley-Davidson, FTV 21. And then John Doe posts this picture of you with your fucking wet-ass pants on.
The timing
funny.
literally could not have been any better with Dustin filming and Tony goes shaking that rag around. You motherfuckers can kick me off this podcast if you want to. God damn it. I'm not riding in the rain. Phil, you lying son of a bitch. You said it was drizzling.
Fuck you, motherfuckers.
Fuck you, motherfuckers. You can quit. You can kick me off if you want to. I don't give a shit.
Fucking ridiculous. I'm going home. Fuck you, motherfuckers. You can kick me off the podcast if you want.
Oh God.
Mm.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
you
that
all
was
are welcome.
classic.
You can kick me off the podcast if you want.
That was.
And then
That was-
last year or this year at MMM, you all followed me around with the fucking camera all the time, trying to catch me saying shit.
I got that on the video when that bug flew in your mouth.
See?
Whoa, I missed that one.
Can't do
When
anything
was
now.
that?
They follow me around with the fucking camera.
Well, I don't have to use those words.
I mean, Tony.
Did you see that bug? Yeah. I mean, that motherfucker just made a beeline. Maybe he's right. Yeah, maybe he's right.
You make for great footage, by the way.
You quit taking.
Oh man,
I kept wondering why you guys were traveling in pairs.
I just wish I would have turned my camera on because all the way once we left Tony's house, I mean, we were like on the road right outside of his little gated community, and it started to fucking pour, and Tony was just cussing like, "Phil, that lying motherfucker." He told me it wasn't raining. He's like, look at me. He goes, my pants are falling down. People behind me can see my ass crack.
In Phil's defense, though, it ended up being nice that day.
It did.
After
It
the
was a
rain
nice
stopped.
day.
After the
It
rain
did.
stopped, yeah.
That was my second time actually leaving Jay Sherman behind.
Yes,
Left him
you
behind
did.
that day too. And
He had a legit breakdown this time.
his
Yeah, he
clutch
did.
his clutch cable wore through, and I was like,
Yep.
"Have a nice day, Jay."
God. Well, everybody, thank you for roasting us. It was entertaining to read those. Bravo.
And we do thoroughly appreciate everybody that has listened and continues to listen to the podcast, and we take it all in jest, and no one's getting kicked off the fucking Discord. We asked for it. We wanted you to do it, and we appreciate it
I
very
don't know. There
much.
might be a few that's got to go.
they might get flagged.
There might be a few flagged ones in there.
I'll be
flag one or
I'll be
two.
DMing a couple people tonight, you rotten bastards.
Yeah, you rat bastards.
Hashtag dick pics.
Yeah, you thought talking about dicks is bad? Wait till you get the mushroom stamp on your phone.
Oh my god.
Are you following the Five Dirty Bikers on social media? Find us on Facebook and look us up on Instagram and TikTok at Five Dirty Bikers.